Aquarius seekers, seers, existential shifters, welcome to April. Welcome to the existential shift. If you're new, my name is Morgane. Hello. Let's see what's up for you guys. Oh, that was fast. Well, you're here for a reason, aren't you? 5 of Wands. You're like, why can't things just be simple? Why does everything has to be so complicated? Well, my friend, you are complicated. Everything is a reflection of your, I don't know, internal matrix, right? It's like that because you like it. You're a sign that enjoys a good kink. Figure out what about it, but be honest with yourself. Too many cards. What about this situation, whatever this is, that is giving you the kink? That you weirdly, possibly morbidly enjoy. You don't have to say it out loud. You don't have to tell it to anyone. You can't be a source of judgment towards yourself. You can't heal anything when you judge it. So first, understand it. And understand it in relation to you. Hence, you gotta understand you first. Not in ways of having answers to everything about yourself, but in ways of having the understanding that you don't have answers to everything about yourself. 8 of Cups. And walk away from trying to make sense of all of it. This situation doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. We try to impose sensibility on life because otherwise it will be too much to fathom, to handle, to cope, to survive through. Right? Our existence is unbearably infinite and unknown. So every now and then, and it's good to play this game of sensibility because it's the thing that allows us to survive in this reality and of course play out this experience of reality, okay? Sensibility is sensible. However, every now and then, when the matrix gives you a glimpse to the outside where there are no answers, you can't fight it, my friend. It will just hurt you. And there is something about you that gets really excited over it because the possibilities excite you. How can you be an inventor, right? How can you be so original if you don't consider the impossible possible? I don't remember who said that, but I'm quoting. If an idea, I think it was Albert Einstein, but every time I'm not sure who quoted something, I'm sure it was Albert Einstein, so maybe not. But he said, if an idea makes sense in the beginning, or no, if an idea doesn't sound crazy in the beginning, it doesn't stand a chance. Breaking through means breaking through. It's hella inconvenient and hurts your knuckles. Ooh, 2 cards in the reverse. Okay. Wow. The Fool and the High Priestess in the reverse. I'm picking up on an opportunity that was lost or feels as if it was lost. Something that used to feel very fluid and easygoing and light on its feet suddenly is not so clear or fluid or easy. And the High Priestess in the reverse, it could symbolize, especially in connection to everything we just said, it could symbolize a great fear of the unknown, great fear of mystery and inability to walk a path without knowing where everything leads to, especially with the Fool in the reverse. There's a sense of a very narrow path on which you might be willing to walk, or else, and I get it, life can be scary. And maybe some of you have really changed. Maybe you wonder, I used to be so brave and so courageous and so fearless, and I would take risks and leaps of faith and do silly things and have adventures and fail and fall on my butt, but also succeed and fly. And it's like, what happened to that person? That person sometimes took it too far. And they need some time to heal. It's okay. You're just taking a break. Okay? You're just taking a break from being infinitely freedom-oriented and fearless. You have to. The system needs a moment of retrieve to feel safe. Safety is a crucial need. Okay? So if you used to feel safe in the world and in taking risks and knowing that if you'll fail, you'll bounce back, great. If now you're not so sure about that, give yourself that break. Do a lot of things that are very, very clear, make you feel really, really safe, and do it without judgment, constantly. Be very, very kind to yourself, and that will heal it. Okay? I will give you a variation of something that I wrote. Instead of trying to fix yourself, love yourself broken, and that will fix you. And just to be clear, the need to feel safe is not a broken thing, quite the opposite. It's very basic. It's a very basic human necessity. How are you supposed to have adventures and explore and expand if you're not safe? If you're unsafe, your system, your energy is directed towards saving yourself. And it's not open to actually experiencing whatever risk you're taking. It's not actually enjoying the experience. When you bungee jump with a really good bungee, you really enjoy the fall, and it's exciting, as opposed to if you fall from high without a rope, without a bungee, and then that's just terrifying. You're not enjoying the view, right? Enjoy the ride with a seatbelt. That's all. Don't judge yourself for it. Come on. Some of you just grown. You've become an adult, and you're like, I used to be a Peter Pan. What happened to me? Peter Pan grew up when the movie or the book ended. You just didn't get to that part, conveniently enough. We all grow. Don't stay stuck on a story just because you didn't see the end of it or the continuance of it. The Tower. Okay. Let me look at this. Be very cautious with taking a risk that is senseless. It's okay to be timid of something. Don't force yourself to do it just because you're used to being the adventurer. No, this is a time to stay in the line. I mean it. And fix the lines and fix whatever foundations, wherever you're at, in whatever situation you're in. Because if you stretch the boundaries, if you stretch yourself and push yourself beyond your limits, I feel like I'm talking to some life coaches out there that are toxic. Like, not everything needs to be pushed. Not all comfort zone is negative. Comfort is not a bad word. Okay, there's time for comfort, there's time for pushing your limits. There's time for each thing. Constantly pushing the limits is exhausting and dangerous to the psyche and to yourself and to your life. And at one point, it's not special anymore, and it's not expansive anymore, because if you constantly stretch your limits, it's no longer stretching the limits. That becomes your comfort zone. If you're unable to sit quiet and be comfortable, you're not expanding, because it's a part of life. Stretching your limit in this case would be being comfortable. if you push too far right now, it's something that everything in your system tells you to let go and let be, it will collapse and break down on your head. Forewarned, forearmed. Take it or take it. Limitless is limiting. Eight of Pentacles, yes. Sit down and work and invest so it will grow. Be present, be focused. Don't try to overdo it, just take note of the details. Sometimes the greatest adventure you can have is plant a seed, tending to it, and then seeing it being breathed life into it and seeing it grow. That's magic. That's real magic that exists all around us. You don't have to go all the way to space to find magic. It's right here in your backyard. That little plant that you ignore, that grew so well since you had it, just because you just put water into it every now and then. That's magic. Say thank you and don't take it for granted. No, seriously, thank your plant. Ten of Wands. I'm picking up on some of you that feel like having a simplistic approach to things is embarrassing, interestingly enough. And so you have a complicated approach to things, meaning you take on a lot of either responsibilities, dreams, visions, creations, and all that jazz. You do a lot, but it ends up being nothing. This person who invests a lot in this one pentacle will grow a garden and will build an empire from their riches. This person who's trying to carry 10 wands at once will not get there. They're going to break their back until not even halfway there. I feel like April really wants to be simplified for you, like really wants to be calm, for you to be selective with your endeavors, allow yourself to rest and to think about simple things, like what you're going to have for lunch or for breakfast, or in what cafe you will hang out with your friend, whatever. And be okay with that. Because it could so easily go to a place that is so destructive for you. You can literally break a bone or something. Like if you do like an extreme sports, but you're too tired and you're not in the mood, but you're pushing yourself because you're an Aquarius and you're special, whatever. Sorry, that was a read. I apologize. But if you do that, you can literally break something. And I wanted to spare that from you. Morgane, you're no fun. Oh, I am fun. Seven of Cups. You just enjoy being confused sometimes, Aqua. When you know exactly what needs to be done in a very accurate way, you feel boring. And that's boring, I'm sorry. If it's like not confusing or complicated or full of riddles, you feel like doesn't mean anything, so you tend to disrespect people who know how to focus on one thing at a time. But if those people tend to be more, okay, if there are people or a person who's more accomplished than you, and you ridicule them or mock them because, well, they're so boring and they're just doing one assignment at a time, they're so focused and they're not unique, blah, 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 blah. They're ahead of you in the game of life for a reason. What they do work. So you can either learn from them or you can bitch about it. Wow. Welcome to the existential shift. You think I was going to lick your butthole? Okay. Ew. No. Okay. You needed this read, judgment. Wake up time. It's a wake up call. Self-realization can be so freaking painful, and yet it's the most expanding thing ever. And that's what you dig. You love that. There's a reason why you're like that. You're into expansion. You need that. Thank you. But don't take it too far, because then you kind of loses the point. So here with the judgment card, it's been growing pains, you know? Magician in the reverse. You're going to insist, aren't you? You're going to be like, no, I can do it the way I want to do it. I know better. Okay. Those of you who are saying that, just click out. There's no point. I'm not going to waste my energy. Those of you who are like, no, Morgane, that's not me, stick around. Four of Pentacles. We're still here. You don't need to put on a show of listening to advice when you're not. There's no need. Either listen to the advice or don't. It's okay. I'm not being sarcastic. You're quite allowed to do whatever you want. These are general readings. I'm not the boss of you, and so on. But no need of pretense. I'll just be very clear, because the cards seem to want me to be clear, because they keep pulling out cards that say these things. If you'll continue being so stubborn, thinking that your way works when reality shows otherwise, if you look around you and the reality doesn't align with what it is that you see yourself as, then what you're doing is not working, and no excuse in the book will change that. If the table is not fixed, you didn't fix the table. I don't care if you circled around it. I don't care if you measured it. I don't care if you sniffed the wood. I don't care if you Pinterest pictures of how a table should look like. I don't care if you told someone that you fixed the table. I don't care if you had a dream about the table being fixed. If the table, the motherfucking table itself, is not fixed, if it's crooked, it's crooked. What you did didn't work. Oh no. It's in the pudding. What pudding, okay? It's in the bottom line. I don't know. Now I want to have pudding. What? Okay. Look, it's one thing if whatever it is that you're doing was working. Then it's like not your reading and what? Okay, cool. But if it's not working, if you know exactly how to handle men or exactly how to handle women, yet your ass is still single, it's not working. If you know the perfect recipe but no one likes it and it's gross, it's not working. On that note, I'll pull one more card, so we'll end it with a positive note, because I am a fan of you guys, believe it or not. So I'm going to continue this reading. I'm going to focus on your love life. And then we'll finish up with messages from the roots. So check it out. It's below in the description box, the links. You can find it on Vimeo and on Patreon. Okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you to my patrons. And thank you so much to my channel members. All of you make a huge difference. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's conclude this reading on YouTube for my Aqua Seekers, please. Sorry, the cards, it's not, don't blame the messenger. 7 of Wands and 2 of Swords. They're stubborn at AF, Morgane. It's like they're arguing with you through the screen. Okay, I hope you'll continue with me to the extended. If not, that's okay. Sucks, but that's okay, because maybe I can give you some more kick in the booty over there and read the shit out of you even more so. I bet you're so excited over that. Or maybe it will be like a super romantic, awesome reading and something different. I don't know. We'll see what the cards say.